Hi Libra, this is Amanda Nardozzi. This reading is going to be for April 29th to May 5th. So drop into your intuition, check in with your angels, your spirit team, your guides, whoever it is that you connect with, loved ones on the other side. I will do the same. Let the dust spiritually, physically, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you, which messages are for others. Whoa, already. Give it a nice good shuffle here so we can talk about it. Wow. Wowza, Libra. Okay, so you actually have like amazing looking cards here, and I'm gonna tell you why. You have the Ace of Cups and you have the Ace of Pentacles in this reading. So let's talk about the Ace of Cups first. So I feel like overall, I do feel like, so Spirit is indicating that, like, despite all of these positive cards, you might feel some resistance to receiving this abundance. The Ace of Cups is an abundant card. It's a new emotional beginning. Some of you could be entering a new relationship, a new romantic partnership. Some of you could be entering a new business relationship as well, because I'm getting the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles for you. And when these two are drawing parallel to one another, it's literally, could be going into business with your partner. This could be like, or it's through your partner, or it's through like a soul connection, not necessarily a romantic partner, but it was through like a close soulmate connection or some type of soulmate connection that you receive some type of financial opportunity, because that is what the Ace of Pentacles is about, is receiving some type of opportunity for financial gain. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is almost like the pursuit of something that fulfills you, but I do feel like for whatever reason, some of you might be in a state of overwhelm. That's like a smaller message. Some of you might be in a state of overwhelm with your current life. I'm hearing like the current life cycle has been really rough on me. And the Ace of Cups is here to present, yes, there's overwhelm and there's plenty. So it's almost like I have so much going on, and while it might all be good, it's like too much. Or it's like, oh, like I've been through a lot of challenges recently and I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm like feeling very emotional. That is okay too. The guidance with the Ace of Cups, I'm actually going to pull one more, because with that overwhelm, like, yes, it's a new emotional beginning here for some of you. And yes, this like could be like a huge abundant thing for some of you, but I am detecting overwhelm, and I want to pull one more card to talk about it and see like what the guidance is for moving with that, because it's almost like that is its separate message. So there is a feeling, okay. So overwhelm, the Seven of Cups as a clarifier indicates that there are a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about this. Some of you could be overwhelmed with opportunity. Some of you could be overwhelmed with the different ways that you can move forward with a new beginning. And it's like, oh, holy cow, like I'm getting like an inspiration type of thing. And it's almost like I'm hearing, keep going, keep going. So for some of you, this is a dream that's been sitting with you for a long time. For some of you, this is just a brand new idea that's come through. But either way, it's almost like it's being encouraged through this soulmate connection. So some of you, if you have a romantic partner, if you have a close friend, they could be encouraging you to, like, you know, go the extra mile with this. And it's almost like as you are going the extra mile, you're realizing, holy cow, like there was so much opportunity here that I did not see before. And now all of a sudden you're getting like an onslaught of overwhelm from like all of the stuff that you can do with this. And I'm hearing like, oh, it's party time. Like it's a really good time. It's almost like a very celebratory time. Okay, I put the deck down upside down, and I did not mean to do that. But you have the Lovers here. You have the Lovers here, so some of you, this is a romantic connection. If that was confirming for you, this is a romantic connection that you would already be feeling in your energy, not somebody new coming in, but somebody that you find to be like a romantic connection of some sort that would be encouraging you forward, or somebody that could be bringing some type of financial thing forward. And I didn't mean to have a jumper, but I guess we're going to talk about it. Some of you are just going to have to sit and make the choice. Along with this Seven of Cups, you're going to have to decide how to move forward. And that's where the Two of Swords, that's where the situation, like that's the situation that's presenting itself, is at a crossroads, needing to make a choice with that. You have the Knight of Swords and you have the Page of Swords. So when these two cards are drawing parallel together, you have the Knight of Swords, and it's almost like it's very quick, it's very fast. And the Knight of Swords, Knights are very exploratory. So with the Knights, it's almost like, especially with thoughts, beliefs, it's almost like your words. I'm hearing like with your words, it's almost like some of you could be in like a creative endeavor that requires you to speak a lot of words, something through the throat chakra, a lot of authentic expression going on. For a lot of you, you might need to speak reality with words. So bringing your ideas to some type of concrete action, because the Page of Swords is about getting new ideas. It's about being inspired by thought and thinking, like, what can I do? Or like thinking about different perspectives on things, having new ideas come through that, I guess I could manifest that. It's almost like you're getting new ideas feeding you to which way to go. And it's feeding that Seven of Cups energy. And again, it could be adding to the overwhelm. So this is where you want to take a step back and assess, where is it do I want to be? So to clear this overwhelm and to clear this stagnancy, all you would really need to do is just tune in and figure out exactly what you want this next phase of your life to look like. When it comes to all of these options presented to you, it's just making that clear, quick decision will help you kind of move on and clear the air. Okay, so that being said, your next card is Feast and Plenty, Choices and Their Consequences. Okay, so we literally were just talking about this. This is literally the card of not only like accepting accountability and saying, okay, well, this is like an energy of freedom. Before I dive into like fully what this card is, I guess what you could say is the card is literally just making a choice and then having a consequence after. It's also understanding, so I know some of us, when we approach a situation, we want absolute freedom. We want these possibilities. Sometimes it can be annoying to have so many different possibilities present to us, but it's almost like when you say yes to something, when you choose to open up the door to an opportunity, understand that there will be other doors that shut. That's how life works. That's okay. It happens. It's a natural process of accepting, hey, I took this path and that one is closed. We are people with limitless potential. There are limitless possibilities, but we live a limited existence. And that is just one of those truths that we need to understand. I know they say anything is possible, you can manifest anything, and I am firmly 100% behind that, making magic and bringing that magic to our reality. But just understand that when you say yes to something and you open the door, other doors will close. And it's just accepting that fact and understanding that it's almost like, and again, it's almost like you can't choose wrong, okay? That's the whole experience of life. Spirit wants you to go out and experience things. That's what the Knights are all about. They're all about exploration. They are usually on a mission, the Knights. They have a direct goal in mind. So think about your goal. And I'm hearing like some of you might be waiting for the perfect time too. There is not going to be a perfect time, honey. Just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. Just make the choice. Just do it. And that way the energy can get into motion, because energy takes time. And by the time you feel ready to make a choice, by the time you feel ready for something, you would have waited too long. And Spirit's like, okay, well, you feel ready. You're ready to make the choice, but it's almost like, I want it to manifest like right now when you're ready to make that choice. And it's like, whoa, Spirit's like, whoa, you just said that you were ready. Now we have to do our work on our side to make sure that opportunities line up for you. So in order to fully embrace the next step where you are meant to go, I always say take the step before you're ready. Take the step before you're ready, so that way you can get acclimated and Spirit can start moving things, moving the energy around. Because by the time that those opportunities and that energy makes itself apparent in your physical reality, you will be ready. And the more you do things, the more you will be ready for things as well. So like when you take steps, sometimes like you'll never feel ready and you'll have to take those steps. That's the one teaching that I feel like everybody has heard before, of like, basically a fake it till you make it type of deal, where you're not going to feel ready until you actively do the thing. And then as you keep doing the thing, as you start gaining confidence in that, you start to realize, this wasn't so bad. I'm glad that I made that choice, or I'm glad that I acted on it in some way. Whether it works out, whether it doesn't, you tried and experienced. And I feel like that is just all a part of the human experience. Spirit just wants you to try. Whether it succeeds or fails, whatever your definition or interpretation of those words are, doesn't matter to Spirit, I feel. It's like, if you want to do something, we want you to try. And it's almost like we fear failure so much, or we fear almost, because you only fail if you stop trying. So that fear of like us letting ourselves down then by our loss of commitment. There's a potential of a loss of commitment on our ends, because we're like, if I don't see success, there's like a fear of ourselves here. Like, what if I give up? and then all this energy that I put in will be for nothing because I'm not seeing it being fruitful for me, or I'm in a situation where I'm finding that I need things to be a certain way and they're not a certain way, so I need to go take a different avenue to get there. So that being said, it's all a part of that balance that we need to keep in life. And, sometimes we are so focused on a goal that things end up out of balance. So this is where you are co-creator with Spirit, and this is where Spirit says, give us everything that you want and need, and we will do our best to try to line up opportunities that fit. But you are responsible for whether you say yes or you say no to these opportunities, okay? So it's all a balance. They want you to try, whether you continue on with these paths or whether you decide to leave a path down the road. They still want you to try. And I feel like your soul wants to experience and to try as well. No energy that I have connected with is ever like, let me not try. If that's the energy I connect with, it's usually based out of fear. But again, we as the human experience, we want to try things. We want to try new things and experience things, right? You also have Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. So this is the energy of change. So understand that you will be okay. You don't have to be sure-footed. I'm getting this energy of somebody who wants to feel sure-footed on their next steps. Feel sure-footed in your faith in Spirit and your faith in yourself alone. A lot of people only want to be sure-footed if they know the steps that are going, if they know what's going to take place after. You're not going to know. Logically, you don't know what's going to happen on the other side of that door because you've never been on the other side of that door. That's an unrealistic expectation of yourself. I'm not going to try because I don't know what it's going to look like on the other side. Just go. Just open the door. No one ever knows what it looks like on the other side of that door. And that's why you just need to do it. The sure-footed, the confidence, the people who go for their dreams, the people who make manifest things, it's because I've already made their peace with uncertainty. They already know that when they open that door, they're going to encounter a whole new landscape. But they understand their power as co-creators to change the landscape however they see fit and to open more doors if necessary. So just trust that whatever path you're being led down, whatever path you feel that your higher self is guiding you down, just understand that you can change it if you don't like it. If that makes sense. Understand that some doors, yes, will be closed, but some doors will be closed, but you can still change the things that you don't like. It's not like all of a sudden you make a choice and you live such a limited existence that you can't move. Oh my God, I made a mistake and it ruined my life. That is usually that's never the circumstance. You also have surrender. So making your choice and then learning to release it. Send it to Spirit and the divine. This is not the act of doing nothing. This is an act of releasing all expectations and control to Spirit. So making your choice, I'm hearing like summoning up the courage to move forward, making your choice and having courage. There will still be fear present, by the way. When you summon up that courage, that doesn't mean that you have to be, again, fully in that confidence and you have to act fully with conviction. You're going to waver inside and you're going to feel sometimes like this isn't the right move, and that's okay. That's what having courage is moving forward despite that fear wriggling around in your gut. That's what change does. That's what happens, right? So surrendering and trusting, and just, again, it's one of those things where just understanding that, I made the choice. Everything that happens after this, whatever comes to me is out of my control, but whenever you start engaging with that new reality and whenever you let the change adjust, then you can see and you can start to inspect what elements of this can I change to fit more along with what's aligned on my path. Okay, so that being said, Earth Angel, I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. When this card comes up, it's almost like the earth feeds you and you feed the earth. It's almost like your connection with the earth that Spirit wants you to focus on, which isn't typically the message I get with this one. But it is very much like indulging in gardening. There could be important aspects of nature to tune into at this time just to keep you grounded. I'm hearing like you are very resourceful. Just as the earth being very resilient and resourceful, you are also very resilient and resourceful. So they want to draw that comparison, but also you have that connection. I'm actually seeing a red cardinal outside my window on a power line right now. So that being said, that could be a confirmation for some of you if red cardinals are your message. Usually from loved ones in spirit. Typically I've heard them being a lot of signs of like past loved ones. Specifically dads from what I've read, but they could be any loved one, anybody who connects with Cardinal. But there is an energy of connecting with the earth and finding signs through Mother Nature from the universe of like, you're on the right path. This is where, it's almost like anything that you dream or manifest, like, again, I'm hearing just let us know. We'll work on it. We're helping you. So what is it do you need right now? Intuition. We talked about intuition this whole time with the Two of Swords here. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. This is one of those things where you're not going to see steps 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're not going to know what's ahead, but you might be able to see like the first 1 or 2 steps ahead. Some of you might not even be able to see those steps at all. Some of you, it's really just focusing on one foot in front of the other. Intuition is not knowing the future. Intuition is not understanding where you're going to be in life. It is understanding what is needed moment to moment. Intuition is always working in the present. This is why when I do personal readings, when I do one-on-ones, when I read just in general, I see opportunities or threads of opportunities, but I will never say this is going to happen in the future because intuition is all about the present moment. Let me connect with the energy of the now. What can you co-create? What opportunities are available to you right here in this present moment right now? Intuitively, what feels like as the spirit wants you to make manifest. They don't want you to lock in on a specific future because first of all, that takes away the surprise and it takes away the magic of it. Second of all, if you focus too much on a very specific outcome or if you focus on a specific way that you want life to look, everything that manifests in between, it's almost like that sucks the fun out of it because you're focused on the destination, not the journey itself, if that makes sense. And it's less about like, while enjoyment is a big aspect of it, there's also another thing too, where if we cling too tightly to a certain outcome, then we are not allowing things to change on the way because we don't see how it directly relates to our vision or directly relates to that outcome. But sometimes those detours need to happen in order to bring us to that endpoint that we want, that emotional fulfillment of the thing that we're looking for, something from the heart, not necessarily a superficial thing, but what is the feeling of what we want to create and how can we bring ourselves to that, right? So that being said, let's roll the dice for you, Gemini, and not drop it on the floor. We have 827. I'm pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray, and I will always read these messages twice. Trust that the signs you are receiving are messages that you are indeed on the right path and that God is supportive of your journey. One more time. Trust that the signs you are receiving are messages that you are indeed on the right path and that God is supportive of your journey. I feel like it's everything we've just been saying, what with the cardinal and with receiving signs from the universe and trusting that. That being said, Gemini, I hope this helped. I'm sorry, I've been calling you Gemini. This is Libra. I do apologize. This is Libra. Thank you, Libra, for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for allowing me to connect with your energy. If this resonated with you in any way, go ahead, like, subscribe, and all the things. That way you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. I post weeklies, collectives. If you want to learn tarot, I have an Instagram and a Facebook where I make those posts where I talk about each individual card and the different things I've channeled through them. If you want a personal reading, I have a website up if you want to get in touch with that so you can view the list of my services and send me an email. That's another option for you too. That being said, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.